Assalamu alaikum students. Today we'll discuss future continuous tense. So let's see how this tense is structured and where can it be used. In order to understand future continuous tense, first of all we need to see the difference between simple future and future continuous tense. Simple future talks about any activity, any action that will happen in future. On the other hand, future continuous tense is interested in telling us about the continuity of any action during period. For example, if you say I will work, it means that you just talk about an action that will happen in future. On the other hand, if you say I will be working, it means you are using future continuous tense and you are focusing upon the continuity of an action. I hope you understood the difference between simple future and future continuous tense. Okay, now we'll understand this concept of future continuous tense through this time diagram. Here you can see that this is the present time and any time which is after now, this is future. So, for example, I say I will start work at 9 and I will finish at 10. It means that we are just using simple future tense and we are just telling that I will start any action at 9 and it will be over at 10, right? We are just focusing upon the action that will happen in future. But how would it be different in future continuous tense? So you can see I will be working from 9 to 10 tomorrow. So here you can see that we are emphasizing upon the continuity of an action for a period, right? That an action will continue for some time period from 9 o'clock till 10 o'clock, right? So as the name suggests, that future continuous tense talks about the continuity of an action. So the name of the tense is also quite suggestive. Okay. Now we'll see the structure of future continuous tense, where first of all we need to have subject plus to be helping verb will be plus first form plus ing. This is also called present participle. Here we'll discuss some examples like they will be playing football tomorrow, right? Here they is subject, will be helping verb, playing present participle, football object. So this is how we structure the simple sentence in future continuous tense. In case of negative sentence, we just need to add not with helping verb will. Like we can say they will not be playing football tomorrow. In case of question statement, you add a helping verb in the start and you say will they be playing football tomorrow and question mark. I forgot it, but you should never forget to add question mark after the question statement, right? Okay, now we'll see some more usages of future continuous tense. Like future continuous tense talks about any activity that continued for a period, right? It continued for certain time period. For example, our team will be playing matches from April 7 to 8. So it means that this action of playing matches, it will continue for this time period from April 7th to 8, right? So this is how future continuous tells us about the continuity of any action for a time period. Future continuous tense also tells us about any action that happens during a moment, right? Now we are not talking about the time period, okay? We are just talking about a particular moment. Like you can say at 9:30 I'll be taking my IELTS, or at 9:30 I will be meeting my doctor. So this 9:30, it is a specific time, it's a specific moment. For example, if any of your friend asks, can you come to meet me tomorrow at 9:30? And you say, no, at 9:30 I'll be taking my IELTS. It may possible that the test may start at 9 o'clock and it may end at 12 o'clock, but you are talking about here the particular moment, right? That at this particular moment I will be busy in this activity. I hope you are with me. Okay, right. Now, future continuous tense also talks about many action that continues together. These can be two actions, they can be more than two actions, right? For example, on Monday, Ellie will be presenting his project and you will be meeting a client, right? So these two actions will be taking place on Monday. There can be more than two actions as well. Fine, let's move. This tense also talks about polite suggestions like, will you be joining me in the meeting? Right? Most of the time when we have to give polite suggestions, we use future continuous tense. Will you be meeting me tomorrow? Fine. Time markers. Most of the time with future continuous tense, we use time markers. These time markers can be tomorrow, next week, at 10 o'clock, on Friday, right? Next year, in summer. It can be any time period. But in most of the cases, we use time markers with future continuous tense. Okay, if it is important to understand where to use future continuous tense, we should also understand that where should we not use future continuous tense. Like future continuous tense or any form of continuous tense can be used with action verbs. Right? Verbs are of two types, action verbs and stative verbs. Action verbs shows action. On the other hand, stative verbs shows state, situation, any condition. And we never use stative verbs with any form of continuous tense. Some of the examples of the stative verbs are given here. Like some of the stative verbs can be related to thoughts and opinion, agree, believe, doubt. Some may relate to feelings and emotions, like you can say dislike, hate, like, love. Some stative verbs can be related to senses and perceptions, like appear, feel, hear, look. And some show possessions and measurement, belong, have, measure, like this. So we never use stative verbs with future continuous tense. Okay, let's see some of the examples. Here you can see that you will be loving this car. You know very well that love is a stative verb, so we cannot use it. This sentence is wrong. But you can say you will love this car. Some stative verbs are related to mental conditions, like understand is related to the mental conditions. And if you say he will be understanding the problem soon, so that is wrong. You cannot use stative verb here, but you should say he will understand the problem soon. Similarly, if you want to show the possession, you cannot use continuous form with stative verbs, like she will be having a new computer next month, so that's wrong. But you can say she will have a new computer next month. I hope it's clear. Some other stative verbs, like the phone will be costing. So costing is also a stative verb, right? It's not an action verb, and it's wrong. But you can say this phone will cost $50 more next month. I hope you are quite clear about this concept of stative verbs. So let's move. Here we can see the structure in detail, where in terms of structure we need to have subject plus will be plus first form plus ing, right? So in terms of structure, first of all, we need to see the positive sentences. And positive sentences, you need to have the subject in the start. After that, helping verb will be, and then the main verb, present participle, or first form plus ing. So how will you make the positive sentences? I will be working, you will be working, he will be working, it will be working, right? So in terms of negative sentences, what you do, that you just add not with will, right? Either you can give the complete form like I will be working, I will not be working, they will not be working, he will not be working. Here you can see it's just a typo mistake. You need to write ing here, right? Or you can go for contractions. Sometimes you don't you don't want to write the full form will not be. So in that condition, you will just go for won't, right? So what you can say, she won't be working, they won't be working, he won't be working. So interrogative sentences, here you will write will in the start, after that subject, and then be and present participle. So how would you say? Will I be working? Will she be working? Will they be working? And will it be working? So sometimes we make questions with such words like where, when, how, WH questions. In that situation, you just need to add this question verb in the start, and rest of the interrogative statement would remain the same. And you can say where will they be working? When will they be working? How will they be working? How long will they be working? So this is how we make the positive, negative, and interrogative sentences, right? So let's move. Now we'll see how to make the contractions in future continuous tense. You need to be clear that we don't use contractions in formal business and academic writing. If it's a formal situation, you will write the complete form like Mr. LA will be speaking at the conference, or the manager will not be completing the report, right? But if it is informal situation, right, then you are given this liberty to use the contractions. Like here, what you will do, you will just remove the WI part, you will just add apostrophe double L. So what you will say, I'll be meeting, you'll be living, will be shopping, they'll be playing, he'll be sleeping, she'll be working, it will be working, right? So if it's a negative sentence, what will you say? You will add won't, WON apostrophe T, and you can say I won't be playing, they won't be playing, it won't be playing. I hope you are clear. Okay, let's move. Okay, some of the situations in which we convert the base form of the verb into present participle, most of the time we just add ing, like eat into eating, walk into walking, right? But if the verbs already end with e, so there we just drop e, and what we do, we just add ing there. Like here you can see that we dropped this e and we added ing. Use into using, take into taking, and then some words which end in ie, right? What we do there, we drop ie part, instead we add y plus ing. So what would we say? Lie into lying, tie into tying. There are certain verbs which end in consonant, vowel, consonant sound, right? There we double the last letter. For example, here clap, this is ending in consonant, vowel, consonant sound. So what we'll do, we'll just double the last letter and we'll say clap into clapping, sit into sitting, right? Okay, we'll see some more examples how to make future continuous tense, right? So here you can see that this is the simple future structure. I will teach. We'll convert it into present continuous form. So how will we say? I will teach into I will be teaching. We will wait into we will be waiting. I hope it's simple. And let's see how to make the negative sentences. For example, if it is she will be taking the train, so what you will do, you are well aware now, you will only add not after will. She will not be taking the train. We will be cooking. What you can say? We will not be cooking. And in case of interrogative sentences, you are well aware now, they will be buying a new car. So what you will say? Will they be buying a new car? Question mark, right? She will be doing her homework. Will she be doing her homework? Fine. Let's move. Okay, so now we'll see how to ask question and how to answer in future continuous form. For example, if someone asks you, will he be working late? Question mark. So you don't need to answer in complete statement. Most of the time in conversation, when the contextual background is already known by the speaker and the listener, we just try to be short. You can only say yes he will, or no he will not, or no he won't, right? Will they be going to the meeting? Yes they will. No they will not, or no they won't. Will you be attending the meeting? Okay, yes, I will, no, I won't, or no, I will not, right? Okay, now we'll see some of the most common mistakes which we can do in future continuous tense. Like sometimes what happens that to be is missing. For example, my brother watching the news. Here to be is missing. We'll add it. Can you guess what will we add here? My brother will be watching the news. John not helping. John will not be helping. She going. Will she be going? I hope it's clear. Sometimes to be is incorrect, right? Like Bob and Maria will driving home. So what will you say? Bob and Maria will be driving home. He will studying. This is wrong. What will you say? He will be studying. Okay. When they will be coming. Is it right or wrong? You are right. It's wrong. When will they be coming? Right? Will come before them. Sometimes we use incorrect verb like she will be do her homework. Is it right? Yes, it's wrong. And how would we correct it? She will be doing her homework, right? And the game will be start now. The game will be starting now. Sometimes we do mistakes related to spellings like she will be lying. You are well aware here that we need to drop IE and we need to add Y here, right? Similarly, this word SITING, no, this is wrong. Here it should be double T, right? Because whenever there is consonant, vowel, consonant sound, we double the last letter. And here you can see that we need to drop E and instead we need to add ING, right? Again, baking, this is wrong. What we need to do here, we need to drop E and we'll only add ING, baking, right? Sometimes we use stative verbs in continuous form, which is absolutely wrong. I will be needing some water, right? What you can say, I will need some water. I will be wanting to visit Lahore again, right? We cannot use wanting here. This is wrong. Okay, let's have a bit of revision of all the types of sentences which we just practiced. Like Ellie will be cooking tomorrow. Ellie will not be cooking tomorrow. Will Ellie be cooking tomorrow? What will you be doing? And where will you be going? Thank you so much for listening. See you in the next lecture with some other good topic. Until then, bye.